Respect was the number one thing that we were taught at home, to respect other people. That's how we were brought up as a family of 8. We were strong people. We believe in respect and discipline ourselves and the way we live. We live clean and we live off the land mostly. And they were strong people because of the health, the way you move, and it's the chores we had to move from morning till dawn. We were so loved at home. Before I left, we were treated really, really well and loved. But things happened when we went to the boarding school. I was young. I was 11-year-old when I entered.
I was born here in Ile-a-Crosse Hospital, but I was brought up in Aboriginal. And then I had to start school. And I was brought here to the convent when I was 7 years old.
It was hard at the start when we went to school because we didn't know a word of English, and the teacher didn't know a word of English, Korea. So whenever he tells us something, we do it wrong and we get a strap in.
Sign up in a desk like this. I gave them my name, and the nun said right away there, I was kind of confused, as he said, "You will no longer be using your name. You'll have a number or a name." And right away, I felt really angry because I treasured the name I have. My mother gave me the name, and I treasured it. That has been taken away from me all through those years I was in a boarding school. I was called by the number.
It's really sad when you talk about the school, how it affected the people. That's why lots of people are drinking. That's why people are on drugs. They have so much pain, and they want to erase this pain. Yeah.
I started to drink alcohol just not to think about the things that happened. I was frustrated that I couldn't talk to anyone. I couldn't speak my language. And I didn't feel good. I was lost. I didn't feel. And I felt angry. There was nobody to talk to. But now I'm really happy. I am a good carpenter. Also a finisher. I can build a house. And these things happen, after I become sober in 73, and it's about 40 years sobriety now today.
We need to take back our community, and we need to take ownership and say, hey, we're not going to tolerate this type of behavior. We need to, better our community. If we want people to live here and to stay here in our community, we need to make it better and more friendlier and more of a safe place.
We have a hard time in every community in the north. See, there's drugs and alcohol and stuff like that. But there's people, I'm really happy about people here in Ile-a-Crosse. They're really coming out and to share their things and helping out, even in sports and stuff like that. And a really good community. I like living here.
And so what I do with the families is I work with them, I do home visits, we do programs with them, we do activities, we have parent classes, we have cooking classes, craft. Then we have workshops, different types of workshops that we bring in. Right now I'm in the midst of training 8 mentors, and they'll be working with youth, families, women, men. I'm training them so they can mentor some of these young people, and it's just an awesome thing.
They're super close here, like seeing my cousins, like they're all so close, like with their brothers and sisters and everything, and that's something that you don't see a lot of like other places. So I think that everybody's cookum and wishum lives here and stuff, so aunties and uncles, so.
It's kind of a close-knit little community, and if one family is having a hard time, other families will kind of pitch in and try to help out as much as they could.
You know, I've witnessed in my time here some big tragedies that have occurred here. Tragedies that you kind of wonder how a community would ever get through. And the community hasn't sort of had to rely on sort of outside experts to come in and help them with that. There's always sort of been this very spontaneous way that the community as a real group has kind of come around the problem and solved it together. So I think that's the biggest strength.
Well, of course, our greatest asset, I think, is our youth. And the Ile-a-La-Crosse division, I think, does a wonderful job, you know, offering the programming that our youth need. Ile-a-La-Crosse recreation, I know is known throughout northern Saskatchewan, having a strong athletic programming.
A lot of people fish, hunt, trap still. Traditionally, that way, and then a lot of the youth are involved in sports and running, and we have so much space. We got ball fields, basketball courts. Now we have the running track, and
I think the other things that really contribute to health here is the sense of history. People are really connected to a really authentic, genuine past. People have lived here for over 200 years. This community started over 100 years before Canada was even a country, you know. And so the traditions and history that are here are a real important part of people's lives in a way that you don't really see in a lot of the rest of Saskatchewan.
we need to be proud of who we are, and we're here to stay, and this is our home, and this is who we are. We need to be proud of it and to pass that on to our next generation, never to forget their roots and who they are.
But I think it's throughout the year that we try to encourage all our young kids and adults, you know, to continue to leave this legacy behind of dancing and singing, especially when it comes to culture and tradition.
I'm proud to be a Métis. I'm proud of who I am, where I come from. And I'm so proud to be living in a land of freedom.
Well, I guess the most obvious answer is just look outside, the beauty, the lake, the forests, all the animals. It's a really healthy kind of environment to live in. But I think once you get past that, it's the people really, you know, and it's been a community that's really welcomed me here and my family. And right from the beginning, it's made us feel really welcome, and that's what keeps us here.
It's a beautiful community, and the people are really wonderful here. I grew up here. I lived here most of my life.
We're so rich in the north. Everything. Look at all the water, the land, the trees, the air. You can breathe fresh air, eh?